Fuck you and this goddamn thumbnail. Alright, good morning traders. Definitely have some nice moves going on this morning. BTCS pushing all the way up to 681 so far. Let me take out this time axis here. You can see that's where it's getting held up at. Let's see that try to break 7 soon if it's going to keep running. I'm still completely in it. I haven't locked anything out yet. But I'm looking for it to break this downtrend on the daily. If it breaks this downtrend at this point, we could see BTCS continue to climb today. Real quick, let's check what's going on with the SPY. SPY rebounding, looking pretty good so far. Nice uptrend on the SPY. Oops. So we do have some hotness. Market watch, yeah, real green. So we have the trend in our favor today, finally. So I did notice IMMX had a big shoot up, but pulling back at the moment. What's up, Ruben? What's up, Dave? Yeah, of course I stayed in. I knew this stock wasn't going to stay around $4 or $5 with that type of news, and how low float it was, and it being sold off at the cheapest low of the year. So we do have DWAC uptrending, so this could be a nice move today. I'm just, like I said, I'm just waiting to see if it's going to push any more before I lock in this profit, because I'm up about $300 something on BTCS at the moment. I'm still in ISIG, and what I'm waiting on there to see, we have this previous little support line that is trying to hold. So as long as it can hold above 25, I'm gonna keep holding that too. Between today or yesterday and today, it just has a little short-term downtrend it needs to break. If it just pops back up over 26, ISIG could start moving again. Pretty sure my brain just flew out of my head, but that's okay. I don't use that anyway. Who needs brains? So on this new scanner I made yesterday for the video, you can see that the only things that are on this scanner right now are IMMX, which actually we have a support line right there. This may be cracking down, but if it can hold that support line, maybe I'll just stay up there. BTCS still holding that 50. So I do have some funds for another trade, but real quick, I'm gonna look on a couple of other scanners, make sure that scanner is working properly. Vine, this thing just going straight up, very low float. Man, we got a lot of low floats here. Pick, I don't like that. Yeah, so the only thing on there that was not on my 200-day scanner was Vine. But this has only been out a month. Recent IPO in December 15th. This thing just went ballistic today so far. We'll keep an eye on. How did that get back to? Come on, take your swim. It's testing that previous high right there at 937, where it opened up at. It actually opened up for the IPO and sold off until now. But that's exactly what it's running into. See, HH was talking about LCID quite a bit. Oh yeah, LCID on a nice uptrend today so far, if it can hold. And TSRI, I got a little bounce after that big sell-off yesterday. Actually holding his gains a little bit there. Keep LPTX on watch for now. What's RELI doing? RELI having a little sell-off. Possible play on this thing here, CFVI, in the next couple of days. If that thing breaks 1250, you got a nice little inverse head and shoulders pattern. Heads here, shoulder here, shoulder here. So that could lead to a breakout. Okay. So let's give Vine some time. There's not really anything new today. I mean, there's like IMRN that's up with a research agreement, but it's below the 200, so I don't really want nothing to do with that. Yeah, all that stuff below the 200. I'm going to go back to my other scanner so I can ignore these ones that are below the 200. There we go. We got a couple more on there. IFINGU. Doesn't say how many shit. This looks like this might start running. Got a little flat top there. Needs to break. INGU, let's keep an eye on that too. See BTCS starting to push back up. Ooh, let's go. We're going to break this 675. Also, ISIG holding 25. It's starting to push back up to 26. You may be seeing imminent frisk here soon. Let me see. Let me go into some hour charts. So I know what everything looks like on the daily. Yeah, so you can see on this hour chart, which we have a lot of time left, 45 minutes. We want to see this hold where it's at and continue to push up and break over 7. But if it can turn green and push back over 675, the previous body of this candle, then we should see another leg up on BTCS. Now if it gets rejected, and of course BTCS can come down to that 10-day at $6. Oh yeah, you can see on the hour chart, ISIG is right on that trend line. And it is getting selling pressure. So we're going to need to see it pop back up here soon. Looks like Vine may try to run again, breaking a 930 something area. If it can break 950, it's going to run into 10. What's up, Crypto J Lover? Good morning, Michelle. No, see, we don't want to see that. Come on, you got pushed back up. It's got to hold 650. DWAC starting to push down a little bit. Let's check the SPY. The SPY's alright. It is hitting. This SPY is hitting some resistance at 473. Alright, let's stay on BTCS right now because this thing is trying. You're rocking Prague today, David Davis? Nice, man. I know some of y'all have been trading Prague off and on for the last 2 weeks, so good job, everybody, getting on those plays and making some money. See, fine. Still holding up after that halt. LCID cracking its trend line, so that's probably done for a while. Yeah, we got a pop here soon on BTCS, or it's going to have a pullback. The 10-day on the 15 is down at 622, opening up right at the top of this downtrend. Now let's see if this thing can start going. Show me the frisk. You've been showing me the frisk the last 2 days, but I want super friskiness. I want to see you break out and go crazy. But it may not happen. You know, BTCS has been slowly moving. However, today we have more volume than we've had the past few days. Yeah, see, still struggling. We got 10 minutes on this 15-minute candle that's kind of dojiing out, and now we're starting to pull back. Still a 10-cent spread though, 655. And actually 655 is the bid, 665 is the ask. There's some sellers sitting on the ask at 665. That's kind of holding this up right now, so we need to see them get taken out here real soon. At one seller, 5,200, about 5,000. Damn it, David Davis, stop trying to sell at 665, man. Get out of here. You're stuck. I'm just kidding. I know you've already got out, but it's just interesting that guy had 5,000 shares too. He's wanting to sell right here. What's up, Orlando? Good morning, buddy. Okay, SIGs. Both these plays just in consolidation limbo right now. See, on the 15-minute, the SPY is flat topping at 473. So if the SPY doesn't break 473, we could see a yank down to 472. DWAC almost cracked, but ended up holding up. So DWAC still alive. Getting a little bit of action there. ISIG starting to push, getting real close to this 26. Vine having a little pullback. If it cannot hold this little bottom at 875, it's going to come back down, and we have no idea how far it's going to come back down, because that was quite a rip. So the bottom is at 533. Fresh Vine Wine got partnership with Crave. So I mean, that's it's not like a big deal or anything. It could bring in hype, but it's a wine retail or wholesale company with a partnership with a restaurant. Yeah. That stuff happens all the time. That's not anything new. Both of y'all just chilling right now. DWAC pushing up to 67. Making a very nice U shape on the 5-minute on the ISIG. RLI still selling off. I don't know what this PBR/A is. Oh, it's an oil company. So they could be getting some action from oil going up. See BTCS testing 675 right now. Can BTCS get it? Starting to push. New high on BTCS. Moving on up. Moving on up. Come on, let's see $7 break. Yeah, buddy. We see $7 break. I'm gonna start dancing in here. I'm already starting to just feel it already. I feel it coming. Up almost $400 on this play. Got a huge spread. 30 cents. Look at this. This thing is all over the place. Oh boy. So hard rejection off of 7 on this first attempt. So 7 is going to hold as very strong resistance. I'll stop dancing for the moment. I'm still dancing a little bit though, you know. It's a good day. It's a new year. It's Wednesday. It's never a bad time to dance. Come on, let's see a $7 break. See these buyers really flood in here. And the crazy thing was, on that candle, that was only 110,000 in volume. That wasn't even that much volume for it to go that crazy. But it is on people's scanners. It is on people's watch list. So that's what I'm waiting for. I'm waiting for the herd. Where's the damn herd at? Where's the herd that is going to FOMO this play up? Because at this point, that's what I'm looking for. I'm looking for FOMO to come in. See, we only had 1.6 million in volume so far. So that herd can come on. But you never know. They may not like it. They may not ever come into it. But if the herd does come, if the Cheeto Fingers and Red Bull starts wafting BTCS's way, could be crazy. You're back in on the pullback, David Davis. Don't get see right there. People, don't get FOMO, man. You get suckered in on FOMO. Here we go. Testing 7 again. A lot of sellers there. Let's see if we get to buying. Still testing. Buying starting to come in at 7. See the bids pop over 7. A lot of selling there at 7, holding it down so far. Another rejection off of that test. Testing again. Another rejection. Testing again. Another little rejection. The sellers are slowly starting to get taken out. You can see it's really struggling here. Alright, testing 7 again. These sellers are still holding strong. Bam. Starting to break. Let's see if we start going crazy or not. Still testing. We got to start holding 7 as support. Okay, there's some bids starting to stack. They're barely stacking, barely holding on. There we go. Nice bunch of bids just popped up on the 7. There we go. Got to hold above 7 here. Make new buyers feel comfortable. Come on, you little FOMO Cheeto Fingers. Where are y'all at? I know y'all are frothing at the mouth for something. I'm locked 50 out at 7 because we are struggling here. So I got 100 left. Oh, actually, what did I do? Yeah, I've got 100 left. Okay. Still testing 7. ISIG tried to throw a wick over 26. Not able to break yet, but working on it. We're starting to hold pretty good here at 7. For a minute there, it looked like we weren't going to hold. But now it's starting to look pretty strong. See if we push for another new high or not. Why are you getting held up at 710? See. Trying to look back on this chart and figure out where 710 is a problem at. Alright, right here. It was support back through here. It was support and then it was resistance. But now we're starting to break it. Okay. Yeah, very nice. Bid stacking up over 710. But there was some support through here and then it held up as resistance through here. So that's what we were. Well, no, we're still getting held up there. So maybe this line is going to hold. Just for the time being. But look at this. Downtrend is right there, like 750. That $7 line is right there. So all we got to do is shoot up through both of those lines. And this thing is going to be bullish wide open on this chart. I'm going to go ahead and move these other lines. What's up, Lightning Rick? Good morning, buddy. Sorry, guys, I sneezed like so many times back to back. I don't know what's going on with me this morning. I got sneezes so bad. Ugh. So, fell in the break. So it's going to take some more consolidation here to try to break that area. SIG, you were just right there. You just so close. See Vine. Nah, it's too up, too high up. DWAC still climbing up his trend line. I'm tempted to get in DWAC for a couple of shares. This is here. I'm buying two shares of DWAC. And what's going to hold those? We're going to see what's going to happen with those. Just because this daily chart is looking really, really good, and DWAC is a play in the past where I think I had 5 shares of it and made like $300 or $400 with it running back on this previous big run. So I'm not jumping in too much there. Ooh, ISIG having a little bit of a pullback. Okay, it was bought right up off 25 though. On this 15-minute, Vine is not looking too good. It looks like it's going to have to come back down to at least 8. BTCS right on 7 again. Bids stacking above 7 again here. ISIG. 8 and 9. 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 keep an eye on you. So where they hit 714, basically we got to break 715. It may come down. DWAC looking like it may try to crack this trend. 15 minute though, the 10 days down at 65, so some strong support at 65. Does crack, I may look to add something there. It's only 12 million shares of this though. This is pretty low float. Just don't like the 15 minute the way it's looking. Alright, BTCS still holding 7. Very strong sign, the fact it's still holding. Not much selling coming in after that little push up. So that means buyers, looks like they may, well, they're starting to push down a little bit. But it's looking like we're holding there for a while. So this 5 minute candle's fixing to close. Let's see if it's going to hold 7 or not here. Yeah, buddy. Pushing right back up over 7. Let's see what this candle opens. The next one. We give an open candle. There we go. Yeah, a little bit very nice. This is what we want to see. We want to see it push back up. We do not want to see it drop below 690. There's some previous resistance at that 675 that can hold as support. It's kind of going, kind of indecision, very indecisive here at the moment. Actually, I'm not too worried about ISIG. I just noticed this 200 down the 15 minute is where it's been bouncing every single day. So as long as it's above this 200 down the 15 minute, then I ain't too concerned about it. Man, 2 more to DWAC. I'm gonna go, you know what, let's just make it 5. You know, I'll just make it an even little 5 here. Vine trying to come back up. See that daily on Vine? Oh yeah, that's right. Vine is at IPO. just want to see if I can start to pop back over 890. So SIG pulling back right there to that 15, that 200-day, just like I was talking about, getting balled up right off of it. So I'm holding it if that can hold up. I'm going to continue to hold it, I should say. BTCS still not dropping much. Alright, and so I was waiting on Vine because now I see it starting to pull back below that little downtrend. I'd much rather see it back down at 730 for a possible entry. FEI, nothing there. GGPI, nothing there. IMX. IMX completely selling off so far from its move. See, is the SPY starting to crack hard? Oh boy, okay, that's a problem. So the SPY got rejected real hard at 473, starting to dump. The yield curve is no longer sending a "don't worry, be happy" signal. No, you don't say. Risks are rising. Experts react to 7% CPI inflation. It's higher than that. Alright. Alright. That could be a problem. That could be a problem. If the SPY starts dumping here, can ruin everything. Yeah, look at that. That dump just yanked everything down. Except for BTCS. It barely pulled back. Nasty. I'm going to give things a couple minutes here. I'm going to take a quick little break. What's up, Lori? Yeah. Yeah, you want to focus, Lauren, for sure. You're in at 454 on BTCS? If you're in at 454, you're near where I'm in at. You should be in the profit. I'm confused. Yeah, I'm going to take a quick little break here for a couple minutes while we see what the SPY is going to do. I'm going to give everything just a few seconds. Make sure this isn't some knee-jerk reaction to that PR of whoever that guy saying is. But don't worry, buy a happy signal is not showing anymore. It's not been showing in the last 2 years, so I don't know why he's surprised. Stupid. These stupid analysts, they're so dumb. All right, I'll be right back. Alright, so ISIG did crack below that line. SPY looks like it's still dumping though. And it's a lot of support at 470. And the 10-day is there, so we'll see if that can hold up. BTCS is still trying to test, so it's not... BTCS does not really care. I am good, Lori. Thank you. What is going on with the SPY? And part of that is because Bitcoin just pushed up to 44,000. So Bitcoin's still rebounding. Looks like a lot of the crypto market's still rebounding. Trying to pull up TradingView here real quick and take a look and see what's going around. Yeah, look at that. ISIG bought off of that $24 line again, bought and pushed all the way back up. So it's still holding. So that's why I'm waiting. That's why I wanted to wait. I walked away for a second because I'm just getting a little bit antsy because of that SPY pulled back all of a sudden. Trying not to make any emotional moves. Yeah, you can see Bitcoin there pushing all the way back up, 44,000. See a lot of selling still on the ask at 7. Come on, TradingView, get in there. There you go. Okay. There we go. Got all them sellers out of there, but still having some trouble breaking through it. So more sellers are trying to come in. And of course, I mean, this thing did just go from like 350 to 7. So it doubled in price over this past week and a half. Ooh. Ooh. Testing that 710 already. Breaking through 710. Bids trying to stack at 710. Oh, here we go. Let's go. Let's go. We don't care about no SPY. We don't care about that SPY whatsoever, huh, BTCS? We only care about Bitcoin. That's what you care about. What's Bitcoin and Ethereum doing? Oh yeah, up to 725, up to 730. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Beautiful. Beautiful. Breaking that $7 line. Strong here. Up 740. Hit a high of 744. See if this can keep on pushing. See, DWAC did pull down that 65 area. So I'm going to try to hold it as long as it's holding 65, but I'm not going to hold it all the way down to 57 or 60. We got 6 minutes on this 15-minute candle to close. We want to see it close above that 715 area, 710, 715. On the 5-minute for this last little bit here. And I'm keeping an eye on Bitcoin on the 15-minute chart to see if it's going to push over 44,000. It's kind of having a little pullback right at the second. Yeah, Vine's still selling off. And we are starting to push up here. Pushing for another little move up to this 744, this high. Basically 750 is what we're running into as resistance. SIG still trying to hold. We're about to test 750. If it can break over 750 before this candle close on the 1 hour, 5 and 15, we may see quite a move. Testing 750 now. See some definitely selling pressure there. It's normal every 50 cents. So it's struggling with 750. Bitcoin still trying to hold this 43.5 area. Just looking for Bitcoin to have a little quick pop up, and that should pop this on over 750. See how's the SPY doing? SPY looks like, yeah, it's trying to hold on that 200 day on the hour chart. We got 2 minutes left. Ooh, if we can go into this candle close and break in 750, this is going to be nice. Gotta be testing 750 though. Yeah, go ahead, Bitcoin, come on back up. Looks like we're giving it a strong test here. 750 almost broke down. Come on, you gotta keep testing. Come on. Let's go, BTCS. A minute left on this candle. Come on, get over that 750. You can do it. Let's check this 15-minute chart. If it rejects at 750, it could pull all the way back down to 650. The 10-day on the 15 minutes way down there. We are starting to get some selling pressure going into the last 30 seconds of this candle. It's looking so close to breaking, but getting a rejection off of 750. 725 trying to hold the bid. I said we can close over 715, that's fine. Okay. Now, we come back up and test 750 again here, we should break. If we come down to 7, it's going to take longer and possibly not even get back up to 750 today. Bitcoin still slowly pushing up. Yeah, we may have to pull back and test 7 one more time as support. 7. Actually, if we could just test 710, not even drop below 710, that would be even better. Nice, IG still holding. See, DWAC still around at 65. Getting a little selling at 725. Well, the bid just stacked on there. Never mind. There was a little selling pressure at 725, but looks like it's going to get through that pretty easily. Maybe not. Let's see, where's the tops of these bodies? So actually at 725, we did not break over with that candle. We actually closed right back below 725. So 725 is an issue. That's 725 has got to start being new support. It's got to confirm as new support if we're going to retest 750. So at the moment, we're just testing that 725 as support. And actually, we just bounced off there pretty strong. Nice. You're up $700, David Davis. Very nice. How's that? How, like, does custom outros, like, all the time? I ain't got time to do all that. I'm sorry, guys. You just get the one outro until till a couple of months, and then I'll change it. See, we're still testing 725. We were above it. But we got to have one 5-minute candle close above 725. This one's trying to. 20 seconds left. And it's right on it. Ooh, that was a nice little buy and push. Nice. So this candle closed over 725. First 5-minute candle to do it. Where are you FOMOs at? Now, we do need this 15-minute candle to close over 725 as well, which we have 9 minutes on. So we're still not out of the woodworks yet. As you can see, we're still testing 725 as support. And you can see, yep, you can see right here where we're starting to doji a little bit. Starting to doji right there on the 15-minute candle at this 725 area. We're still getting rejected. We're testing it and testing it, but it keeps failing to hold above 725. If we don't see it hold, new buyers are going to not want to come in. Back down to 7. I don't know, man. I still don't think. I mean, that candle was almost a million right there, but it was still 700,000. We still only have 4 million so far in volume on this thing. So the FOMO's not come in yet. A lot of people are probably paying attention to DWAC, looking for it to continue to rebound. Oh, that's looking rough. What's the SPY? Oh yeah, SPY is still dropping. I think that's ugly. It's trying to hold that 10-day. I don't think we're gonna hold. I could be wrong, but look at the 15 on the SPY. SPY looks like it wants to dump more. If that's the case, I may just start locking out everything. They're still holding up. They failed to hold 715 and 725, but we've confirmed 7 again so far. We're actually starting to hold up that 710 area. Ooh, interesting. Vine all the way down to the 10-day moving average. So if that can hold the 10-day, that could be a possible play. See, again, even though we ran to a new high, we've pulled back some, but we haven't pulled back that hard. It's looking like it's going to be another one of these little red 15-minute candles, and then could be followed by another bullish candle if it closes the way it's looking. There's three minutes on this 15-minute candle left. I keep getting ready to jump out, expecting it to crack 7, and it's not cracking 7. At least not yet. Buyers keep on trying to hold it up. Two and a half minutes there. Yeah, SPY looks like it is about to give it up. Yeah, David, I'm not looking at the 9 on the 5-minute, but I can see it on the 15-minute. So I'm guessing the 5 minutes or the 10-day on the 5 minutes around probably 7. Coming into this last minute. Well, you know, we are up today, so with the SPY possibly pulling back, just you don't want to fall into the trap of, oh, I missed out all this extra profit today because I didn't hold yesterday. You don't want to fall into that trap. Be buying in at the top here and get dumped on. See, we're testing 7 right in the last 30 seconds of this candle. So yeah, we're actually, and that's that previous line that we had to break. So we're just trying to confirm that as support right at the moment. Okay. This 15-minute candle here, we got a flat top at 725. So if this candle breaks back over 725, we could see that push to 750. And DWAC is giving everything back. Let's see where this trend line is at. There's a trend line. This is why I got in this. So it's actually just coming down to that trend line at the moment. Time for a spike. It's possible. We're getting very close. You know, we still got that 725 we got to break back through. And we got to hold above 725 and confirm it as support. A lot of sellers sitting on the ask at 720. Nope, 710 cracked a support. There was some bids trying to stack and they just got taken out. It looks like we're consolidating, waiting for the 10-day on the 15-minute to catch up. Still holding 7, barely. See, Vine is starting to slow down right there above that 10-day moving average. Redraw this downtrend. That's the downtrend. It's got to break it. If it can break back above 8, Vine could start trying to push up again. Biden says U.S. is making progress in slowing rate of general price increases. Inflation's at, 7-8%, whatever they're saying it is. It's really at double digits. And Biden, of course, in Biden fashion, oh, we're working on it. We're going to work on decreasing the prices. First off, supply and demand, like I've said plenty of times, is a law of nature, and Biden is not bigger than supply and demand. Neither is the U.S. government. They think they are. But every time they think they are, they get slapped in the face, which is what is about to happen again. But prices are up because inflation is up. So there's not really anything Biden can do about it. I mean, what is the government going to do about inflation? Tell Jerome Powell to stop printing money? Kind of already towards the end of that, a little too late. Let's see here. What's going on with Bitcoin? Bitcoin's still hanging around that 43.5 area. Maybe what this is waiting on, or maybe what big buying volume is waiting on to see if Bitcoin is going to pop. ISIG still at 24. DWAC is coming back up to 65. Let's see. Look at this on the hour. Man, the hour chart, we're not looking too bad. You're disappointed with yourself, with life in general? How old are you, Sicilian? Aren't you like 19 or something like that? I use Thinkorswim scanners. The TOS platform has scanners that you can customize. So I have multiple scanners that I've built, or H&H Trader has built. If you haven't checked out H&H Trader's channel yet, go check that out. But yeah, you have so many different ways you can build these scanners. But that is the scanner, and I just released a video yesterday on the channel. Showing showing how I make my watch list, and shows those scanner settings so you can set it up. I just put that, like, literally just put that video out yesterday. Oh, there we go. Oh, that's the copy of free resources. Oh, I actually need to add this scanner to the website's free resources. I haven't done that yet. I need to remember to do that today. In a second here, I'll go grab that link for you to that video. So 7 is starting to crack here. Maybe starting. Looked like there's almost a little dump there for a second, but we've just came down to the trend line. want to give it a minute or two though, just to make sure it's not gonna pop back up above 7 real quick. Because this thing has had selling pressure, but every time it's had selling pressure, it gets bought right back up. So we'll see if that continues here. If it doesn't continue, then BTCS will be done for a little while. But if it can hold this trend line, this uptrend, I'll stay in here. SIG. I was doing something. I was looking over for something, and I completely forgot what it was. Oh, that's what it was. Getting that video from yesterday. My brain. I need brain help. So you can see already we were trying to push back above 7 just that quick, and that's why I didn't want to jump out of there. Damn, man, people didn't like my thumbnail. Oh, you guys posted the... Oh, okay. There you go. Thank you. Thank you, guys. Appreciate that. Yeah, that was actually good advice from Daniel B. Sicilian. Let's see. So SPY is trying to rebound off of that 470. So I mean, we just had a little quick. Yeah, look at that. DWAC is back pushing up on his trend line. So it looks like we just had a little yank back. And okay, we're failing to get back above 7. So 7 starting to hold as new resistance. The 10-day on the 15-minute still holding up. Hold on a second. Is Bitcoin pulling back? Let me check Bitcoin. And Bitcoin's still holding around at 43.5. I'm going to remove this drawing here. I'm looking for it to try to bounce hard off of this 10-day, but it may not. It may be done for now. Look at the hour chart. You look at that flat top on the hour right at 725. So at 725 is strong, strong resistance. So it's not so much a 7, but 725. And we do have this, okay, so right here we have this flat where we had the original breakout this morning. This flat top that is trying to hold as support. Grab that line, let's put down. See the hour candle starting to drop below the bottom of the body. Do I want to lock all this out? SIG back over 24. Damn, my SIG still can't hold above 24. It's trying. It's right on that line, but it's right below the 200. If my SIG can't hold, it's gonna crack. The SPY is trying to come back up, but none of these plays are wanting to come back up at the moment. So on that 15 minute, you can see where BTCS is getting bought off of the 10-day. Let's see if I can hold up this 10-day. Trend line is back down where the 50-day is at $6. So if it can't hold 10, it would drop. If it can't hold the 10-day moving average, it would drop all the way back down to 6. There's a little pre-market high there at 642. That actually would hold. That could possibly hold up. Let's see if we get a bounce off of this 10-day here. Just need to re-break back over 7. We're selling at 675. $8.15 is there's a flat top, a resistance right there. See pretty clear on the daily chart, even though we're having a little pullback. I think we may try to reach at 8 before we actually stop this run. $10-day has almost crossed the 50-day moving average. Looking at ISIG. Let's see, where's this trend line? That's kind of the trend line right there on this wedge pattern. ISIG is still, I was looking for it to break early there, but still not breaking. The only concern is I don't want it to come all the way back down to 20. So I want to keep an eye on it probably all day because it's not moving very fast at the moment. Let's see, BTCS still pulling back some. Yeah, looking at this 1 hour. There's still 20 minutes on it left. We're going to need some consolidation. All right. Well, everything just kind of hanging out at the moment. We're not really getting any crazy moves. Vine did break its uptrend, so that possibly could get going. Or it broke its downtrend. Only thing I don't like is the way it's looking on the hour chart. So it needs to break this little 820 line if it's going to continue to push. All right. Let's see here. Oh, yeah. I mean that at first you definitely don't want to be buying out of halts. That you can cut out of your trading plan right away, Sicilian. Like waiting for the stock to halt and getting in after the halt, it could go either way. You want to learn how to catch them before they get in a halt. You want to be in before the first halt if you can. Um, because just because something shoots up and gets halted doesn't mean it's going to continue to run. Sterling. Sicilian, I'm way over $300 profit, bud. I've locked in half the position, or not half the position, but 50 shares up at 7. I still have 100 left, but my P&L is closed at 162, but pretty sure I'm up more than $300. Let's see, I was at 447, and it's up over $2. So I was at 150. I may be right at 300 right this second. But you forget, I've been holding this thing for a while. Like, this thing just started ripping. Like, yeah, I haven't locked it out yet, but this is because this play has a lot more potential. I'm still bullish. I'm not going to lock out on something that's been running and running and running until I see a sign to lock out of it. And it's not giving me any sign to lock out of it. And then you'll be saying study stocks. You can study a piece of paper of ownership of a company all you want. That's all a stock is. Studying stocks is not going to help you do anything. You need to study people. You need to study how price action works, how people move price action, not study stocks. That's what I mean. Like, what does that even mean? You're going to study a stock, or you're going to just go study Apple, and that's going to teach you how to day trade? Um, Yeah, just like share the videos from the channels and stuff, Lauren. Just share them to the Instagram and Twitter. That's all. You don't have to do anything special. Sector performance and competitors and a million other things. Robert Baca. I don't have any tech. I mean, I don't know if I have any tech stocks on my list right now on any of these scanners or anything. But as far as tech stocks that's on my list, yeah, I'll be doing my top 10 or top 5 tech stock video here soon for 2022, and my other whatever I normally do. Yeah, but what is are you like? DB might be working fundamentals, but are you talking about day trading? Or are you talking about long-term investing? Because for day trading, I don't care what a stock's investor presentation looks like. Like, there's no day traders who are sitting there going through every stock on their watch list in the morning and looking through all the investor presentations and looking at the fundamentals of the stock. That's not like that's you don't have enough time to do that. You got to be faster than that as a day trader. It's not even possible to even say to do that. You're going to miss all the moves if you sit there and go through and look at a million different things in the morning trying to figure out things. Like Daniel B, your advice, you was almost there, buddy, and then you started going off on the left field again. You was almost there, man. I really I like where you were going, and then you just had to swerve. You just had to swerve right into a wall. Yeah, but Sicilian was talking about day trading. Sicilian is day trading. That's where he's having issues at. He's not having issues swing trading. He's not swing trading. That's what I'm saying. Like, if we're talking about day trading, then we're not talking about looking at fundamentals of companies. That's not going to help in at all. Just like the perfect example is earnings. Earnings is a big part of fundamental analysis when it comes to long-term investing. But if you look at earnings and expect a stock to pop, we've seen millions of times stocks have good earnings and then just drop. We just saw it yesterday on a stock or the day before. So I don't know any day traders who are fundamentally analyzing anything. Like, that doesn't go together. And most day traders are using technical analysis. Now, BTCS, yes, I've done fundamental analysis on it, but that's because I like BTCS long term. It's not just a day trade to me. BTCS, I've talked to the CEO and interviewed him twice on the channel. There's a lot of history with me and BTCS, so I know the stock fundamentally, and I'm going to continue to watch it over the long term. But I'm not concerned about their fundamentals on this swing trade. What I'm looking for is for dumb, Cheeto-fingered Wall Street Bets people to come in and see this thing undervalued and start pushing it up. Or institutions. Hell, institutions might see it and want to push it up. But that is two separate thought processes from, oh, this is my long-term investment and this is a day trade or a swing trade. YouTubers are, what's that's a horrible point, Daniel B. So are you saying that because people are on YouTube trading stocks, they can't be day traders just because they're on YouTube? Does that make any logical sense in your head? Anyway, I'm not going to argue with you, Daniel B. Sicilian. This is a possible head and shoulders on the 5-minute here on BTCS. Head here, shoulder here, and if it doesn't break over 675 soon, that would be another shoulder, and it would lead to that sell-off. So that is a possibility coming on this chart. However, looking at the hour chart, there's no signs of a head and shoulder pattern. So as long as it's holding up, if it can push back above the previous body of that candle. No, that's exactly what Daniel B's saying. Trust me, Daniel B knows exactly what he means. He's not. There's not a secret message. Well, here's where I met them, Daniel B. All throughout my life. Like, is day trader some special species of human that only exists, that you only see as a mythical unicorn every once in a while? Like, no, the term day trading is just a term. You're a day trader. You trade during the day. Whether you're successful or not is irrelevant. It's just a label. Like, what are you talking about, man? It's people for the millionth, thousandth, billionth time. We are trading simply people. So I have talked to many people in my life. The psychological profile of a person who doesn't trade and a person who does trade can be the almost identical psychological profile. Has nothing to do with the label day trader. It's just a label. It has no weight towards anything. So like what are you going on here? Like what are you trying to get at, man? Anyway, Sicilian, it's going to take you time, man. You're young, in your generation, my generation too, even the baby boomers, pretty much all the generations that are alive right now have come to be born and raised for instant gratification, especially after the internet. The like button pushes that you get on Facebook or Twitter or any of that are going to trigger the dopamine receptors in your brain. They're little dopamine hits. So when you have that process drilled into your brain of instant gratification, when you come into day trading, you're psychologically going to be at a disadvantage because you're going to expect instant gratification off of every single trade. And you're not going to get that off of every single trade. So when you don't get that dopamine fix of making a profitable trade and it turns around on you and it goes red, then you are going to be upset naturally because your brain did not get that little dopamine fix. So this goes back to trying to get out of the mind state that is drilled into our heads. Most of the country listens to Jerome Powell about inflation. They believe his words because they don't actually pay attention to what's going on. So you're going to have to break out of that sheep mentality, like Daniel B was saying, because it is a sheep mentality to be a follower. But you can be a sheep and be a follower and not even realize that you are being that. Because if you were born and raised in an environment, then everything around you is going to feel normal to you. It's going to feel normal to listen to CNN. It's going to feel normal to listen to Fox News. It's like you're just going to naturally trust them because you were born and raised with them. It's going to be normal to go on Facebook and check your phone every morning and see the like buttons on whatever you posted. All that is normal to you. So you've got to break out of that mind state because that is not a normal mind state. The internet and this instant gratification is not something that is not something that's been around for a long time. There's been things with marketing, advertising, things like that before the internet, but what you are going to actually see when you look back in history is we didn't have instant gratification. If you go back to the laws of survival of fittest, you don't get instant gratification in this world, right? Like, you don't really get that. You have to go out and hunt, go out and work to do what you want to do. And when it comes to day trading, you've got to go out and continue to learn how to break out of those previous mind states, those bad habits, and realize that you are having those dopamine hits happen, but understand what they are. Remember the day trading psychology video I put out the other day? You want to trying to think of how to phrase it. You want an advantage against the market, and to have an advantage against all the other people, because we're trading people, we're not trading stocks. Stocks are just little pieces of paper. They don't even exist. We're trading people. Same thing across all assets, as I said. So if you can mentally realize that you are in that sheep herd and pull yourself out and realize that the dopamine and all of that is a problem, something that you've got to keep an eye on and make sure that it's not messing with your decision making, because remember we want to be robots, then you have a big advantage over 80% of the traders. So that's why I say you can read all the books you want from past traders and stuff like that, but past traders who did not trade during the internet times did not have that type of instant gratification mindset. They had to learn what the stock market was right in the beginning. And it's easy when you're coming into a new market, it's easy to make money because everybody's buying. Like if you came in on Bitcoin at $2 in 2010, well, of course you made money because everybody's continued to buy Bitcoin until it ran up to 60,000. So in an upward market like that, in a new market, it's easy to make money, but they still, they realized, especially coming out of the Great Depression or whatever, there was a mind state that was instilled in some of the older generations that you probably shouldn't trust the government and things like that. And we've went so far away from these mind states, and even our natural mind states or whatever. We're like this is the other day when I was talking about meditation. It's pretty much the same thing that I'm talking about, where you have the instant gratification going through your brain. You have all these different psychological things going through your brain, and from marketing, advertising, everything around you all the time, your brain is never not processing something. So with meditation, you're actually letting your brain process, organize, and that itself heals itself. So, and all it is doing, all the meditation is doing is just getting you back to a natural mind state. Just nobody ever does that. They stay in the constant processing of information every second of the day, which is a lot. It's a lot on your brain, whether you feel it or know it or not. You're a dad of full-grown adults, we know. You're just training in Morse code. So, still possible head and shoulders on BTCS, but it's holding up. And again, you know, a lot of y'all are telling me, you're saying, get out, get out, get out. But I'm looking at higher time frames. So if you look at the higher time frame and we're still moving up, you know, we're still holding this price area. We're still right below 7. This hour candle just opened up. This hour candle could easily, by the time of close, be right back up to 750. You know, an hour's a lot of time for a low float stock. Now, will it? I don't know. That's why I've been keeping a very close eye on it, because I don't want to give back too much profits if it does start to dump. But that's what I'm waiting on. That's what I'm looking for, is to see if this is going to hold up and continue to rip, or if this is going to be a head and shoulders pattern where it sells off here. But even when you're looking at support and resistance, you're not looking at a line. Like, this line is just a line, right? Like, this red line doesn't mean anything other than there's an area there at that price for something. Like, why is this line here? What is behind the line? What does the line mean? The line means that people are probably going to come in at that area because it is a support area. If people come in and buy at that support area, then it'll hold up and the price will go up for more people buying. But it's not, when you're looking at your technical analysis and all this stuff, you're looking at lines and indicators, but again, it's all just people. All you're doing is following people's movements to try to predict what they're going to do next in the stock market. So here's what, since you've been having a rough go at it, Sicilian, here's what I would do. I would take a break for a week. Right? You're young, you got plenty of time to come back in and make trades and stuff like that. If a week is not going to hurt you to take it off, take a week off from it. Don't even think about the stock market for that week. Let your brain clear out, come back fresh. Or, you know, the rest of this week, take a break and take the 4-day weekend and come back fresh on Monday. Because you can overstress yourself out. You can mentally wear yourself out. Just like whatever that play was the other day, BFRI, in the day trading psychology video. I'd been trading that thing for so long that it was wearing me down mentally. And I'm starting to get to that point with ISIG, because ISIG has been so damn volatile. And I'm close to that point with BTCS, where I'm getting tired of holding. I'm getting mentally exhausted from fighting and watching these two so close. So Vine actually did break that downtrend, climbing up about 50 cents so far. So he could have got a nice little move off of that. MACD is dumping. I don't look at the MACD. It's not one not an indicator I really care about. Alright, well, we'll see what happens. I believe I'm going to call it a day because everything's just kind of hanging out in the same area that it's been hanging out for the past hour. So we're just kind of coming to that slow period of lunch. Maybe we'll see some more moves in power hour if the SPY continues to rebound. Be very cautious with BTCS, as this is still possible a head and shoulders pattern is a little concerning. And like I said, it could pull back down to that 10-day, which is now almost at 650. But yeah, that is it for me. Let's see. That sounds like a very interesting book. Hunter Gatherer's Guide to the 21st Century. Looks like it goes probably along with what I'm saying, these laws of nature and survival and supply and demand that still exist even though we pretend they do not. But that's an interesting book. I haven't read it. I probably won't read it just because I don't have time to really read books, and I don't really like reading books in the first place. But I definitely will check it out. Let me pull it up real quick before I take off here so I can look at it. Hunter, because that does sound intriguing. Hunter and Gatherer's Guide to 21st Century Evolution and Challenges of Modern Life. Interesting. Oh yeah, this sounds like everything I'm talking about. This sounds exactly what I've been talking about. Here's the book right here. A bold, provocative history of our species finds the roots of civilization's success and failure in our evolutionary biology. We are living through the most prosperous age in all of human history, yet people are more listless, divided, and miserable than ever. Wealth and comfort are unparalleled, and yet our political landscape grows even more toxic. Rates of suicide, loneliness, and chronic illness continue to skyrocket. How do we explain the gap between those two truths? What's more, what can we do to close it? For evolutionary biologists Heather Hying and Brett Weinstein's a part of it. The cause of our woes is clear. The modern world is out of sync with our ancient brains and bodies. We evolved to live in clans, but today most people don't even know their neighbor's name. Survival in our earliest societies depended on leveraging the advantages of our sex differences, but today even the concept of biological sex is increasingly dismissed as offensive. The cognitive dissonance spawned by trying to live in a society where we're not built for is killing us. This is exactly what I'm talking about. Great find, Lauren. They cut through the politically fraught discourse surrounding issues like sex, gender, diet, parenting, sleep, education, and more to outline a science-based worldview that will empower you to live a better, wiser life. They distill more than 20 years of research and first-hand accounts from the most biodiverse ecosystems on Earth into straightforward principles and guidance for confronting our culture of hyper-novelty. So they looked at multiple ecosystems of multiple animals to compare. This is the exact same stuff that I've been talking about. Beautiful find. Beautiful find. This does look like this may be a head and shoulders pattern. No, don't worry about the audio book. I am interested in it. Like I said, I don't like to read books, so I don't know if I'll even read it. But anybody who wants to learn more about what I'm talking about, that book sounds like exactly what I've been talking about. The whole premise that we are still human beings and we're stupider than ever. But that comes along with technology advancing. When technology advances, that means more comfort. We get more comfortable, we get more dumb. Because if we're comfortable sitting in our jammies and our love sack beanbags and having a Big Mac, you don't know that it is still survival of the fittest out here. And while I like to say, like, you could walk down the street and get shot. You were nice and comfy and all that 15 minutes ago, but you went to go grab some smokes or something from the gas station, got out of your beanbag, wore your little jammies to the store, and a drive-by happens or something, and you get offed. Didn't matter how comfortable you were, you still died. So that's why I say it's still survival of the fittest. Nothing has changed. You still have to try to survive as a human being in this world. We are so fragile and weak, mentally and physically. Like, physically, if a rhino runs me over, I'm dead. Mentally, if I get kicked in the nuts by a horse, I might not die, but that is going to hurt my brain a lot because it's going to be a lot of pain. So there's so many examples you can go through in the animal kingdom and come up with, and that seems like what they've done, which is a beautiful thing. I'm glad to know that there's other people out there who realize that the world is not that different than it used to be. The only thing is different is the windows. It's actually intriguing that Daniel B wants to read this book, and he's read books similar to it, but yet he disagrees with everything I say. I don't know how you could find those premises. Like, how you can disagree with me on all the stuff I say all the time when you are excited as hell to read this book that literally is what I've been talking about all the time is really intriguing. It kind of it's like what I was talking about with the mind state of being brainwashed. Daniel B thinks he's not brainwashed. He thinks he has everything figured out. But yet he is so ingrained in trying to get those dopamine hits. That's why he trolls. Whatever reason he's not getting his dopamine fixes outside of live streaming, I guess, or me live streaming and coming in the chats, he constantly falls victim to having to be a troll because his brain just automatically triggers, ooh, I wonder if I can get Ben riled up today. I wonder who I can get to start arguing with me today. It's not even him like going out of his way to do it. He just does it because of the dopamine and doesn't even realize it. And this is why I disagree with him on so many things, because he contradicts himself so much, but the pride that he has doesn't allow him to see past his own ignorance and brainwashing. Like, super smart dude, has a lot of experience trading, but got whooped badly in a debate against me because he was too prideful, even when I gave him warnings beforehand to go do research. And he still did not do research and still wanted to come at me and got totally destroyed. That is because of pride. Not because Daniel B's stupid or ignorant, but because his own pride blinds him from seeing things in a clear light. Pride is one of the biggest clouds in our heads. The pride of losing a stock can mess with you. If you lose on a stock and you're like, man, I thought I was the best trader, that can hurt. That can hurt that pride. But that's the thing. You don't want to put pride. That's another human emotion, another thing that we have to stay disciplined on. We can't let our pride cloud our judgment. Or you're going to get on a live stream against somebody in a debate and look like an absolute fool and not even realize that you looked like an absolute fool even after the debate, just because your pride can blind you that much. So it's very intriguing that you want to read that book. I'm very interested to see if that changes your perspectives on things, Daniel B. And if you if your perspective is already that perspective, then you would agree with me on everything that I've been saying. So it would make no sense at all for anything that you ever argued against me for to be. I'm not getting triggered. I was just simply saying, I was using Daniel B as an example because Daniel B is a perfect example of somebody letting their pride get in the way. I'm not dissing Daniel B. These are observations I've made over the past 3 years. Remember, I psychologically profile everybody. So Daniel B has been psychologically profiled in my head for more than 2 years now because he's been following for 2 years. I know when Daniel B's starting to talk out of his ass and when he's not. I can tell as soon as he starts to talk out of his ass. Because it starts not making sense. Like when Daniel B earlier was trying to help Sicilian, he genuinely, whatever. He was trying to help Sicilian. He put the pride to the side for a second and actually gave Sicilian some good stuff. And then when he started getting some dopamine likes, some comments and stuff like that, his little ego started building up again. And of course, as soon as I disagree with something he says or call out the ego-driven nonsense, he of course starts into the attack on me and like normal. It's the normal thing. But the reason why I'm using him as an example is because everybody who's been following me, if you think about what I'm saying, you can see this. You might even notice it now that I'm pointing it out over this long time period of his same behavior over and over and over again. It's like he can't break it. Genuinely, there you go. Whatever. Oh, nothing, one life. I was just, giving some lessons on psychology and using Daniel B as an example to break down the psychology. And don't take it the wrong way, Daniel B. That's just my observations. Maybe you don't have a pride problem, but usually if somebody is not willing to admit that they have a problem with their pride and ego, they usually do have a problem with their pride and their ego. Like I've said many times, I have problems with my pride and ego getting in the way. So I try all the time to keep myself grounded because those dopamine likes, me being on this side of the screen and constantly getting views and likes and ad revenue, things like that, those are all instant gratification dopamine likes. Like when money hits my bank, dopamine hits. When the money hits my bank account from YouTube ad revenue, I'm like, cha-ching, dopamine hit. I get a bunch of comments on the video. A bunch of people are saying, this is great. Appreciate all that. You're a genius. You get comments like that. That can feed into your ego and add to those dopamine hits. So I constantly have to keep myself in check, keep my pride in check, but I am aware of it to where I can do that. If you're not aware of it in the first place, and this is a perfect example of emotions too, because any emotion is going to be the same way to handle it like pride. Like if we were talking about greed, it would be the same thing. There's a lot of times you may not even realize you are being greedy, and that's it from my own observations of myself. There's times where my own pride has kept me in stocks longer than I should have been in them, right? So I ate a loss because I simply let my pride make me think that I knew exactly what I was talking about and that I knew better than the stock market. As humans, we do not know better than a manipulated chaos of whatever the stock market is at this point. Like we don't, Anyway. No, DB didn't make me mad at all. I haven't been mad or anything. I don't. DB didn't make me mad. I was just using it as an example. Like I said, I'm not trying to disrespect DB. If I was wanting to disrespect him, I would, make a meme of him in that red turtleneck where he almost choked to death because of that turtleneck being so tight around his around his little neck. If I wanted to diss DB, I'd diss DB. I don't have no problem doing that. So it's not a thing of me dissing him. I was just honestly just trying to use him as an example because he is an intriguing example of a psychological profile of somebody who constantly needs that dopamine fix. But it's not just him, it's everybody. I'm not singling him out for any other reason other than he's just a great example of it. But all of us are in this age where we have to struggle with those dopamine fixes. And we don't, if you're not aware of it, that's kind of how you see a lot of people committing suicide because of stuff on the internet and things like that. It's because when you don't get that dopamine fix that you want, if everybody's disagreeing with you and everybody hates you and all of that, you're going to feel like you're being deprived of something that is owed to you because of the pride with the dopamine fixes. And I know it sounds like it's so far off base from day trading, and you're like, some of you may be like, what the hell does this have to do with anything? But it has to do with everything because, again, we're day trading people. So psychology is going to be very, very important going forward as an entrepreneur, as an investor, and as a trader. One life, you're a gatherer. Road Rage Bingo on the Discord. I'm not familiar with what did you say? Road Rage Bingo? I know what bingo is. I don't know what Road Rage Bingo is. DWAC coming back up some. Holding that uptrend. So, alright. It's almost 11:30. Yeah, I constantly need dopamine detoxes. That is what I use for dopamine detoxes and for grounding my brain back to that natural state is meditation. I say that all the time. So yes, you're right, Daniel B. I do agree. Like I said, there's always all of us having to deal with the dopamine detoxes. So to wrap it all up before we finish here, Sicilian, the point is you're young. All right, man, you got plenty of time. Stop trying to rush and become a millionaire overnight. Stop falling victim to the dopamine fixes. Understand what is happening in your own brain, why you're caught, what is causing you to lose, what mistakes you are making. And is it because you're at a psychological disadvantage against, the rest of the market? Because you're young. There's nothing wrong with that at all. It's going to be hard. Well, I don't know. The younger you are, it may be easier to break you out of that mind state. Because you see, Orlando was very quick to catch on to all of that, and he's young. Sicilian, I think you are catching on to things. You're learning. You're constantly asking questions, which is a great thing. That's what you want to be doing. But I think the issue may be in just the fact that you've not broken out of that mind state yet. So it'll just take time, man. Just keep following, But I would, if you're really feeling that down, the way you were saying earlier, like I said, just take a break for a couple of days. There's nothing wrong with taking a break from the market and letting your brain mentally recover, right? There we go. There we go. Thank you, DB. Perfect. Perfect way to end it right there. Focus on trading, not on the money. The money will follow the good trading. I like that. That was a good saying for Daniel B. Awesome, awesome work today, DB. Not being too much of a troll. I appreciate that. And I appreciate everybody else for joining me as always. We'll be back at 4 p.m. Central on the Framework Fortune Crypto channel for the crypto update. We'll see if we're going to keep rebounding or if we're going to go and crash and turn into a bear market. If you haven't yet, go check out frameworkfortune.com. Free signups with email, and you can get access to the Framework Fortune Discord group where you can find our lovely troll of the Framework Fortune community, DB, who sounds like he may actually want to start helping people. You can find One Life, One Chance for some day trading action. He's always talking about different plays. H&H Trader, Lauren, Ruben, Lightning Rick. We've got all types of people coming into the Discord, so come join us. Guys, stay safe out there. Leave it running. Well, we have a Discord, man. If you go in the Discord, you guys can talk after the stream. I'll let you guys. I'll let it run for a few minutes here. All right. I'm gonna take myself. If you guys want me to let it run for a few minutes, I'll just take myself off of camera and turn my mic off for the moment. And if you guys want to chat it up, but then try to get over to the Discord. That's why we've got the Discord, so everybody can talk outside of the live streams and not just in the live streams. If everybody comes to the Discord, then everybody can talk after. Discord link did not work. Let me see. Hold on before I go here. Let's see what link Lauren put up. No, that Discord link didn't work. Now we want people to sign up through the website, through Framework Fortune, to get the Discord access. So here's the groups from the website. And the reason we're doing this is because we're trying to keep the Discord private and safe from hackers. There's a lot of hackers going on in Discord. So that should take you to the website. If you've not signed up, just sign up real quick, put in your email, and then you'll be able to go into that Discord link and get signed up. Invite invalid. Hold on a second. What is going on here? Alright, hold on. Give me a second. Something's happening on the back end. With that link. It says it expired. I don't know why it would expire. That doesn't make much sense. Let's see. Unless it was a timed time thing. Oh, I see. I see. We must have put the invite that expires in 7 days up there. Okay, here. Since I can't I can fix the website real quick. I'm going to fix it, but before then, no, that was not our Discord group, you genius. One Life, that was other. That was the Gods Unchained Discord group that got hacked, not ours. No, I said the Gods Unchained Discord.
I didn't say our Discord got hacked. That's the whole point of us having people sign up through the website, is so people don't get, or that our Discord doesn't get hacked. But yeah, there's the Discord link. That invite should take you straight to the link. Yeah, that link should work, and I'll get the website fixed here right in a second. At least for the time being, until I can figure out what link I need exactly to put in there as a permanent link. I didn't know that. That's dumb. Why would you put a time limit on a link? Okay, move my mic out of the way for a second. Paste. There we go. So, publish. The link is fixed on the website for now. And I will figure out how to make that a permanent link here at some point today. But alright, guys, I'm going to call it a day. I can't multitask. I hear you, buddy. I have the same problem sometimes. But yeah, appreciate everybody joining me as always. Come join us in the Discord group. Link is in there in the live stream. I'll pop it for you one more time if you didn't catch it. But there it is. We'll be back 4 p.m. Central. Until next time.